Good morning, everyone. It is a good day for a good day. And I hope you all have had coffee this morning because unfortunately I have not. Normally I would be working on my second cup right about now, but talking with my kids this morning doing our Bible study, and we were actually coming from the book of Jeremiah, and oh my goodness, Jeremiah is such a good book. It's sad, but it is a good book. It's sad in the sense that the children of Israel couldn't get it together, but it is a great book to read with your family. And I guess the lesson, some of the lessons we were going over or pulling out from the book was disobedience, and not listening. Oh my goodness, listening skills these days are off. But Jeremiah was a teen. The Bible said he was a youth, and the Lord came to him and was like, hey, Jeremiah, before you were born, I knew you and I have ordained you a prophet. And he's like, what? I'm a kid. He's like, no, say that you're not a youth. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to touch your mouth. And I'm going to give you the words to prophesy. I'm going to give you the words to say. Oh my goodness, that must have been an experience to be a young person and have the Lord literally touch your mouth and fill it and give you the words to say. And so my kids were like, oh my goodness, the Lord really touched his mouth? I said, yes, the word of the Lord says that the hand of God reached out and touched his mouth. And can you imagine just being your normal teenage self, and all of a sudden you have an encounter with the Lord, and he speaks to you and he says, hey, I need you for an assignment. I need you to go and talk to these people. Well, Lord, these people are not obeying you. They're not listening to you. As a matter of fact, they have turned from a lot of their ways. And the Lord says, yeah, I know. As a matter of fact, you're going to go talk to just them. And so, and then he said, the word you're going to bring, you're going to uproot, you're going to tear down, you're going to destroy, you're going to demolish, you're going to plant, and you're going to build. And Jeremiah's like, wait, what? Can you imagine? And so just talking with my children about being available for the assignment, for the task that the Lord assigns for you, even being a youth, even being kids. My kids are 10 and 13 at this time. And so, I always pray that the Lord uses them and has an assignment for them to fulfill in the earth. You don't know what that is, but Jeremiah, he didn't wait till he was 45. He didn't wait to be called when he was 30. He didn't wait. It was a youth. It was at their ages that they're at right now that the Lord can use them. And they're like, okay. I was like, and then there was a king, King Josiah at the time. He was the king over Israel. I believe Josiah became king as a kid too. King over Israel. So, it doesn't matter your age. I often tell my kids, it doesn't matter your age. The Lord can use you at any age. You just got to be available. It's just your availability. That's really what it is. That's what he's looking for, your availability. So, in reading Jeremiah, Jeremiah was available to the Lord. He made himself available. The Lord touched his mouth, and he did speak. Thus said the Lord. And he did not bring a pretty message. As a matter of fact, if you were to read Jeremiah, he brought a lot of gloom and doom. It was a lot of destroying because at that time, Israel was in a place where they had forsaken the Lord. They had turned their backs. They were connecting with foreigners. They were marrying them. They had turned away from a lot of the ways that Moses had commanded them to go when he brought forth the 10 commandments. They had put all that to the side. And so the words that Jeremiah came with were not pretty, and he didn't package them pretty either. He spoke exactly what the Lord told him to say and how. And so, in listening to our young people today, a lot of them are afraid to speak boldly. And so I pray over my children that no matter what the Lord tells you to say, no matter the assignment, that you have the boldness to do it. Like Jeremiah, he probably was afraid. I believe he told the Lord, he's like, I don't know what to say. But just being available and letting the Lord touch your mouth, feel you, give you the words to say is where it's at. And being that open and vulnerable before the Lord, saying, I don't have the boldness, Lord. I might be a little afraid in this area to say that. That's when the Lord can use you, no matter what age you are. And so we're talking to my children about that, and I believe they understood exactly where Jeremiah was coming from, but just encouraging them to be bold. If the Lord gives you an assignment, especially while you're at school, because today in 2025, oh my goodness, things are a little different from Jeremiah's days being a teen, but today you can still be used by the Lord. And having that boldness to stand out when everyone is like trying to include you. Oh, are you inclusive? Include this. Are you included in that? Are you part of this? Do you do that? Do you do that? Do you do that? If you don't, you're excluded. Oh no, you ain't with us because you don't do that. Listen, it's okay to be outside the box. You don't want to be put in somebody's box. Be bold. Be bold like Jeremiah and say and represent God, and don't be scared to represent him. Don't be afraid of your assignment. And so I encourage my children in that, especially in reading Jeremiah today. Don't be scared. And if you are, ask the Lord to help you, because heaven will back you when you're fulfilling God's assignment. Heaven will back you, just like heaven backed Jeremiah. I'm sure he was young. I'm sure he had moments of doubt talking to Israel in such a manner. Like I said, he didn't come speaking with a pretty bow on it. He spoke straight to the point. He was calling things out as they were. And I'm sure some people were probably looking at him sideways, but he still did it. He still did it, and heaven backed him. So encouraging my children, no matter what it is, heaven will back you if you're fulfilling the assignment of the Lord. And if you're going and walking in his boldness, asking the Lord to fill your mouth, Lord, help me, I don't know what to say or even how to say it, he will do it. As long as you're doing it for his glory. And don't just, this freedom of speech, I'm just going to say what I want to say. No, it's not about what you want to say. It's speaking what he tells you to say, and moving when he tells you to move, and how. Long it's by him, through him, with him, he'll back you. He'll have your back every time. He'll give you the bonus every time. So I hope that encourages some parents today when you're doing Bible study with your children, when you are encouraging them to be bold, to stand out, not having to go with the crowd. Turn to the book of Jeremiah. He was a young prophet, and he spoke what thus saith the Lord with all his heart, with all his might, because the Lord asked him to. The Lord touched his mouth and gave him the boldness to do it. So with our young people today, even in the times we're living in, the Lord can do the same thing. He can use them no matter what age they are. And all they have to do is ask the Lord what to say. What do I do? Because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And he will give them the instructions to do it. He will help them, and he can fill them. And he will fill their mouths and give them the boldness to complete any assignment that he has called them for to complete in the earth. So be encouraged, families. Be encouraged. I hope this helps someone today. And stay blessed. And remember, heaven will back you when you're doing it for the Lord. Heaven will back you. Be blessed.